Namaste. I'm Dr. Nikhita, and welcome to my interview series where we are collaborating with distinguished personalities from the health and wellness industry. Today, we have with us a woman of substance. She is an Ayurvedic trichologist and cosmetologist. She's an entrepreneur, educator, and international speaker. She is Dr. Rashmi Ved, the founder of Ayursparsha and the director at Four Summers, Exotic Ayurveda. Welcome, Rashmi ma'am. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Dr. Nikita. I'm very much pleased to be here and we'll continue the interview. And
Yes, definitely. Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I'm really excited to know a little bit more about yourself. If you would like to share with us a little about yourself.
yeah, myself Dr. Rashmi Ved. I'm basically from Mumbai and now shifted here since 3 years to pursue my goal, my passion in Four Summers. That is my Ayurvedic cosmetic company. I've started since 3 years back, and now I'm here from Mumbai to Pune, practicing since 20 years. And I was practicing purely Ayurveda uh, in Borivali, and I have also started my all aesthetic center here in Pune, Sinhagad Road, and also my company established at Pune. So this is what I am, and I'm basically Mumbaikar now at Pune, staying here also, and also going once in a month for my consultation in Mumbai.
Right. That's really nice to know, ma'am, that you are managing so many roles so beautifully. Because I really am inspired, like, as the 20th century woman, it's so important to really have a good balance, like, when it comes to your personal, like, family life. At the same time, we ourselves have certain ambitions and, goals for our career. So a lot of times, like, it's so easy, to choose one and just continually focus on that. And I mean, I'm nobody to really judge, or I mean, to each his own. But I feel very inspired that you have been able to do both aspects so beautifully, and you have maintained, like, you're achieving so many wonderful things when it comes to your brand and your career. At the same time, you have a very beautiful balance with your family life. So how has that transition been, like, ma'am, from an Ayurvedic doctor to the founder of Four Summers Exotic Ayurveda?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a big story. Actually, I have been always stick to Ayurveda. I was already like a fan of Ayurveda since I was a child, and we were totally into Ayurveda for treatments. Of course, though I have totally different professional background. My dad is advocate and all advocates at my home also, but my passion was uh, to do something in Ayurveda, to be a Ayurveda doctor, and to do something different in Ayurveda doctor category. And being I am a good cook, and so because I am into in manufacturing is what I am always passionate about, making some different recipes, different formulations since childhood. And that was my passion, to make something different, kind of innovative formulations, or making some different medicines as well. So so when I became a doctor, Ayurveda doctor, since 1999 I have started my practice. And then I was always thinking of giving something different to my patients, and that time also I have started making medicines in Bhaishya Kalpana, that is Ayurveda medicines. And then after some years I thought of making something different applications in Ayurveda. So I started making some kind of soaps, some kind of application, sort of creams, but it was not that good as what I was thinking. But people were, I mean, my patients were liking. They were telling me, "My mom, ma'am, I got good results, and for anything like for beautification, eczema, kind of indicative of any diseases. And then that was a real motivation for me to do something different in cosmetics. So I started making different formulations. I gathered some formulations, gathered some infos, and I started making, some kind of applications in Ayurveda with different formulations. The R&D was totally at my home. My kitchen was my R&D center that time, and that was around 10 years back. And of course my family was they are always a good support of me. And then I started my uh, cosmetic field from around 10 years back. And in practicing regular practicing in Ayurveda, that time, I was making soaps, and I before 5 years back, I got an opportunity to meet my cousin in Pune, and I shared some pictures of soaps and some cosmetics with him. And then he shared his that pictures to his good friend. He's a manufacturer in Ayurveda. So both have decided uh, to do something in Ayurveda with me, and it was my passion, and it was my aim to build a company. That was when I was very child, when I was very young. But I thought ki my aim and my dream was coming true at that time, around 4 5 years back. And then that idea clicked, and they both of them actually said ki, yeah, Rashmi, we can come together and have a good partnership and have a good rapport with us, and we can build a company. That was actually my dream came true that time, and we are looking for a big brand now, that is Port Summers Exotic Ayurveda.
That's really wonderful, ma'am. And also, ma'am, you are the Ayurvedic trichologist, cosmetologist at Ayursparsha Clinic. So that is like an aesthetic clinic, which is such a new and unique concept. So, would you like to tell us a little bit about what all you do there?
Yes, that is a second company. What you can say is Ayursparsha Ayurveda Aesthetic. There I teach also. It's a small academy where I teach aesthetic and cosmetic products to all Ayurveda students, as well as I have aesthetic center where I uh, treat patients in a aesthetic way with, of course, Ayurveda and all Ayurveda implemented products there, and even in non-invasive surgeries that I do there. Even all Ayurveda traditional Nasya and Tarpan, Netra Tarpan, and with basic instruments that can be used while during that skin or hair treatments. That is also I'm doing since 3 years in Pune.
Okay, wow, that's really nice to know, ma'am. Because, like, I remember, it's always been like this, that after we do our BAMS, usually like after our Bachelor's of Ayurvedic Medicine, what happens is that a lot of us are very new and very like confused, because eventually the next step, like for instance, somebody like me, even in my family there was nobody who's a doctor at all, nobody is in the medical field. So it was very difficult to understand what I should do, and the decision was left on me, that you can either do an MD, or maybe you yourself understand what you want to do ahead, and then you decide. So I think a lot of our people after BMS are very like confused as to what they should do, but they are not aware really that there are so many different aspects and areas which they can really explore and learn, and understand what is their interest. And I'm sure there will be a field in that. So speaking of that, ma'am, like in your case, what would you tell your younger self, like if you were to give an advice, and also to our all viewers, who are still young and just passed out of BMS? So would you like to give us like an advice on that?
Of course, definitely. While teaching and while I give my cosmetology and trichology lectures, there are n number of Ayurveda doctors coming for the lectures, and they are always like they think they are not capable of doing anything in Ayurveda, which I will always motivate them that you can do everything in Ayurveda and do whatever your heart says, do whatever your inclination, whatever your likings are. See, what I have already told you, Kim, I was very good. I am rather good in cooking, making some different kind of recipes. So that was my passion. That is always I am doing at my home also, and so that is what I am always behind it. To do something different in formulation. So I thought that is a good blend of Ayurveda and my good recipes. So I started manufacturing all these things on keeps on repeating all these research and developments. And you have to break the ice. Basically, that's what that was always in my mind, to do something different that is not a regular Ayurvedic doctor is doing. So basically, what think whatever you like in eye. There are not cosmetology and trichology is not the one branch only. Okay, there are n number of branches. You can just focus on, this is what I'm focusing right now on hair and skin, or my products are right. But you can think on eye, you can think on eyebrow, you can think on any part of your organ, like part of, and you can go ahead with that. You can learn. There are n number of granthas and all the knowledge you can gain, and then you can go on just doing what you are feeling good, and you are like, there are n number of ways where you can go through. So Ayurveda is a vast, it's very vast, and the traditions and authentic. Be stick to your authenticity, traditions, and your granthas. What since 5,000 years they have written, and this is all the same. All yugas are same. You have to stick to this cosmetics. What I am doing right now is with I am just going with modern as well as Granthokta, that is traditions, authenticity. I'm not doing only Ayurveda, but yeah, I'm stick to Ayurveda, but still I'm with modernization. Creams is what we have already learned, Malhar Kalpana, Malam, Lepas. But that I'm right now implementing Ayurveda in some cosmetic way, cosmetic with chemicals, but they are almost 99% chemical free. So I have formulated in such a way that there should be mostly 99% Ayurveda should be implemented or incorporated in all the products. So that is what I am thinking.
That's really wonderful, ma'am. Actually, that's very true. Even moving forward, I still feel now also there are actually very, like you are especially very into this Ayurvedic cosmetology and trichology. So you are in depth and expert in that field. But yes, like I have also seen there are many other fields which are there. Mental health is there. Then there is diet. There is so much even in lifestyle, I think, which can be done in fertility. And it's really inspiring to see different Vaidyas who are developing one stream and then just focusing on that. So I think that is something which we definitely need to understand and self discover. So even I would like suggest everybody to really understand what is it that interests you, and that way you can build onto that and create something unique, because ultimately that is going to help you sustain into that field. And ma'am, is there any particular advice you would want to give your younger self, when you were younger?
I was always thinking something different. Hatke. I was like, but only thing is Ayurveda is really I wanted to share you. Okay, I was always fascinated by Ayurveda. We used to go to Ayurveda doctor, and I was always looking after all these medicines, and I was always thinking of be an Ayurveda a doctor, and apart from doctor and all services, I thought something, there should be a on top of we should be on the top of the world in Ayurveda. That's what I wanted to do always when I was young.
Okay.
And
So, like, ma'am, like developing a speciality really, that was something which you wanted to do for yourself, like a unique speciality. And I think that is exactly what you have done. So that is something very wonderful to know, and like I really look forward to learning quite a lot from you because that is a very beautiful area. Which, like, I have seen your soaps and the different products which you have, and it's really very fascinating that there's so much thought and process and integration which goes. And I think moving forward, there are so many areas, like in terms of even cosmetology these days, like you have also developed lipsticks which are naturally, like, pigments. So that is so interesting. So I mean, moving forward, there has been a lot of awareness, and I think there is going to be a time when every woman, or even like men who are quite a lot into grooming these days, which is also important area. So everybody wants to use natural products. So I think, and especially Ayurvedic, so that has got its own charm and a certain aspect which is also going to be therapeutic. So that is fantastic to know, ma'am. Like, I would also want to know that how do you plan to grow your baby, that is 4 summers. So how do you plan to grow that company?
we are my both partners, Mr. Avinash Pawar and Mr. Ranjit Datta. Mr. Avinash is all looking after all the finances and all everything he's looking after. My other partner is all looking after globally, and I wanted this my company to be globally spread everywhere. And we are into different divisions, like you, as you said, main products. So we are already into, we are entering into that also, all main products. Okay, and then also baby products, and also kind of you know uh, different hair, other apart from hair and skin, we are looking for some different also products, and they are on cars actually. So there are different divisions I'm looking for, and we are widely looking for all over to get it spread globally at the earliest.
I'm sure, ma'am. That's really very exciting to know, ma'am, because I'm sure it will be a very different range. Knowing from you, I'm sure you'll make it unique, and I'm looking forward to knowing about that range. Also, ma'am, you do workshops, so that is also very interesting because different. I think you do different workshops. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about your side of teaching education field?
Yes, see, actually, I had got admission for MD, and I was never ever into academics. I didn't want to teach or apart from teaching, I was a very good student, but I got admission for MD also. But that time, some because of some issue, I couldn't do it. But I am always happy. I don't never regret for that. But yeah, but I because I haven't done MD, but I went to so many places and learned so many things. Yeah, and right now, would you ask me? Sorry.
About your workshops, ma'am. Like, you're doing so many workshops and teaching.
I'm since 2 couple of years. So that was a good opportunity from many colleges, and the best workshop I have done in Europe, Netherlands. That was the best workshop I have done in October 2019. So it was a really privilege, and it's a great honor to uh, for us to go to India, to represent Ayurveda, and there I have did a workshop on my cosmetic products, and it was a wonderful experience altogether. And even in colleges, we are doing all over the India. I mean, the different colleges, all government as well as private colleges, they're inviting me for cosmetic workshops. I have already done spa product and cosmetic product workshops over there in Pune, in Mumbai as well.
Wow, that's really wonderful, ma'am. Congratulations for being an international speaker as well. Because I believe Ayurveda has reached globally at such a vast level that everybody wants to incorporate it more. So, like I sometimes feel like we ourselves, when it comes to our own roots, sometimes we are falling short. But they are really so excited, and they are just loving the whole concept. Because I don't know, like I feel like suddenly it's been the case that now that Ayurveda is so famous. So what was your experience when you went abroad, like in Netherlands?
I was I was literally surprised when they were talking about Ayurveda. Even being an Ayurveda doctor, I thought, my God, I didn't have that knowledge. They were asking so many things. They were aware of many things. That is a really we felt proud of Ayurveda when we went there, and I was like they were asking all the granthas and all different altogether the informations, and they were like they're telling all those things ki, ma'am, is this I have heard of, is it we have already read of charak and sushru. They are always like they all were knowing everything almost, granthas, bhagavats, and what we have already learnt in our academics. So, and even in different type of researches they have already done, they are doing, even they know, they are they are very much aware of Ayurveda and yoga, Ayurveda, both in both ways. They are uh, very much intact, and they know what India is doing and what they are doing. Yeah.
Yes, that's very fantastic to know. I'm also actually very surprised, but surprised in a very pleasant way. So I think like we need to make sure that we spread it as much as we can, really, and still maintain the authenticity, because that is also a very important element. So yeah, so I mean, I'm so glad that there are pioneers and so many wonderful people like you, and who are doing such great work to really spread this in the right direction. So that is a very important aspect, ma'am. And how have you been, ma'am, coping up with the current lockdown?
Yeah, this lockdown has made me actually, you know, uh, I am actually researching so many things right now also, at my in my cooking also, recipes also, and even I go to clinic, so I get a lot of time because there are very few patients right now. So I get otherwise also the mid time or afternoon timing is was I am always doing my researches, because both timings I have consultations. So it's a free time for me now. My mentally also I am free, so that I have I have formulated many things right now, and I'm going to like you said, what will be your 4 summers plan next. So I already formulated many things now. So I'm looking after it for a next division also.
Okay, that's really wonderful to know, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing in your experiences and your stories. Is there some message which you would like to share with our viewers?
Definitely, see, being an Ayurveda doctor, being a lady, being a doctor, of course, I would really like to share my experience that whenever you think of doing anything in life, or your aim to achieve aim, there are n number of obstacles, difficulties in your life, that has to be, that makes you very very strong. Being a female makes you more stronger, I suppose. But the hurdles will be, of course, in future also will be there, but you have to face it, and you have to achieve your goal with positivity. Be optimistic and think always positive. Never be negative in your life, because there are many negativities will be knocking at the door always to you. But whatever you think, whatever is you aim, just break the ice. That's all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming, and that was such a lovely message which you've given. Um, I'm sure my viewers are going to incorporate this and definitely have an impact on their lives. So, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please like and leave us a comment and let us know if you found it useful. I would love to make more such interactive videos. Take care and stay safe. Make Ayurveda a way of life. Namaste.
Stay safe, stay safe.